Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the 2018 NOSSCAR Milner Cup Series Championship race at Homestead-Miami Speedway. Here hosted on the NASCAR 15 video game on the PlayStation 3 console. NASCAR 15 Victory Edition. And we're green. Here at Homestead-Miami, we're going to crown a 2018 champion here today. Jordan Green in the orange car there, number 96. Gets out to a great jump, number 6 rather. Caleb Lopez in the 95, he runs in second, and that's Aaron Manfredonia in the 5, trying to take second. Tyler McMurder in the 84 running in 4th, right behind both these drivers. It's Jordan Green in the orange car there, Tyler McMurder in the blue 84. And Michael Shoemaker in the black number 56. All three of them have a shot at the championship here today. Oh, already some debris on the track. And the 78 car, Frank Edwards, spins coming out of turn 1. I believe it was the 78 of Frank Edwards. If it wasn't, it was RJ Haywood in the 88 car. Both cars looking very similar. And for the time being, it is Jordan Green, Caleb Lopez, Tyler McMurder, Aaron Manfredonia, and the 3 machine rather, of Billy Ray Thompson, rounding out the top 5. We mentioned that Michael Shoemaker rear in the 56 car is a part of this championship fight. That's him in the 6th position in that black car right there. Getting word it was RJ Haywood that spun at the beginning of the race there, lap 2 or 3 coming out of turn 1, and it is him that is behind the 8 ball early, because it is Frank Edwards in the 78 car running in 7th, Caitlin Lohr in the 48 running in 8th. RJ Haywood currently scored in the 9th position. 12 drivers in the race. We got a heck of a battle going on here for 3rd position. Second now is Caleb Lopez in the 95. Had to have had some sort of issue because now he's been overtaken for 2nd. Billy Ray Thompson up to 3rd. Michael Shoemaker in the 56 car up in 4th. Aaron Manfredonia now back in 5th. Caleb Lopez dropping quite a few spots. Not sure what the issue is. And that was RJ Haywood just in front of the race leader Jordan Green, in trouble of going 1 lap down after spinning on lap 2 and coming out of turn 4. He might have had some help. There were several cars all packed close together there, battling for position. The championship contenders are running in 1st, 2nd, and 4th here early in the going at Homestead-Miami Speedway. 3-time NOSSCAR champion Jordan Green leads the way. 6-time NOSSCAR champion Tyler McMurder running in 2nd. A newcomer, a rookie to the NOSSCAR B division, Billy Ray Thompson running in 3rd, having a great run so far. Michael Shoemaker rear, former NOSSCAR B division race winner, running in 4th. Former NOSSCAR champion of the Pro Touring Series, Caleb Lopez, having a rough go here early in the going, trying to bounce back. I believe he is the one who's currently scored in the 5th position. It's a battle for 5th and 6th, and I believe that's between Caleb Lopez and Caitlin Lohr. Fast forward ahead, drivers making green flag pit stops here. Jordan Green just came off pit road, so the lead goes to driver of the 84, Tyler McMurder, but it looks like he's now coming on pit road. He stays out to get the bonus point. However, it doesn't matter. It is simply the highest finishing driver amongst the championship 3 that wins the championship. Another championship contender on pit road with Tyler McMurder, and that is Michael Shoemaker in the number 56 car. Both drivers going to make some some adjustments here, get 4 fresh Goodyear Eagles and get themselves back on the racetrack. Here comes Jordan Green, that orange car, that's who that is, and he's going to retake the race lead, benefiting from having 4 fresh tires for 1 full lap sooner than McMurder in the 84 and Shoemaker in the 56. Now the rule in the Milner Cup Series and any NOSSCAR sanctioned series on the NASCAR 15 Victory Edition game, you are allowed to proceed on the racetrack as long as there is no oncoming traffic. So as you can see, McMurder was able to go up on the race surface, but Michael Shoemaker in the 56 had 2 cars coming and he was unable to do the same, so he's going to lose quite a bit of track time in comparison to the driver of the 84. Sometimes it works to your advantage and sometimes it just simply does not. Right along with the 6-time champ. Skip ahead after another long run of green flag action. McMurder fighting with cars that are 1 lap down, Caitlin Lohr in the 48 being one of them. Frank Edwards in the 78 being another. And that's R.J. Haywood in the 88 with some front-end damage just in front of the 78 there. The 2 cars in front of. Oh, and we got Billy Ray Thompson spun at the exit of turn 4. And it looked like R.J. Haywood went down pit road to avoid him. This may bring out a caution, but we're not sure. The rule is if it's a 1-car incident, then there is no caution call. And that's what it appears to be as the number 3 Chevy is stopped over on the racetrack. We believe he's got it fired up and going now, and he's not there anymore. And a tough break for Billy Ray Thompson. He was at one point scored in the 3rd position. Certainly had a shot to win today's race. A lot of drivers on different pit schedules and pit runs, pit sequences. Jordan Green leads laps and then he pits, and Tyler McMurder leads another few and then he pits. There's R.J. Haywood just in front of McMurder in the 84. McMurder's going to go by on the inside. Jordan Green has already exited that corner. I believe he has already made his green flag pit stop. I believe that it is McMurder in the 84 currently scored your race leader. And it is, but not for long. Here he comes down pit road. And we got yellow barrels all up and down pit road. One of them nearly sitting on the racetrack coming out of turn 4. And we presume that that's from the incident involving the number 3 car, Billy Ray Thompson. And we've all been there before. And it's usually in your rookie season, and that's what this is for Billy Ray Thompson. Got loose, exiting turn 4, went down low, shot back up the racetrack after making contact with the yellow buckets. Now, if this was not eSport racing, that would bring out a caution for debris, we presume. McMurder leaves pit road, just in front of the 48 of Caitlin Lohr. Jordan Green reassumes his spot as the race leader. It's Jordan Green, Tyler McMurder, Caleb Lopez, your top three. Fast forward again, McMurder on pit road, Jordan Green on the racetrack, already making his pit stop. A little bit of water shooting out from under the hood there. McMurder perhaps having some overheating issues. And the NOSSCAR Milner Cup Series drivers have reached the halfway point, as they will now come to a stop on the racetrack to have what we like to call a moment of silence and a moment of regrouping and gathering yourself. And we'll get this thing back going for you momentarily. Halfway break is over. They are firing up their cars. We have them lined up where they want to be and where they need to be. Coming down pit road, moving some yellow buckets while they do so. And we're going to get back to the restart here. Jordan Green, Tyler McMurder, Caitlin Lohr, Caleb Lopez, your top four. Green flag back in the air, and whoa, problem for Caleb Lopez on the restart. Might have actually been a connection issue. Looked like Michael Shoemaker went through his race car. And believe me, if that's a way to do things around here, and there's a glitch for that, we need to be informed. Jordan Green, your race leader, McMurder in second, Lopez third, Caitlin Lohr in fourth, Michael Shoemaker challenging her up on the outside, but he makes contact with the outside wall. He's going to lose a number of positions here. Remember, in the B and C divisions of NOSSCAR, if the caution comes out, all drivers that are one lap down or more are eligible to take one lap back, and that's what almost every single driver did under this caution. They're still allowed to pit if they do this, and I believe that 7 of the 9 drivers left on the racetrack are on the lead lap. Jordan Green leads them down the front straightaway, showing a lot of speed. Caleb Lopez battling with McMurder. They've been fighting for second and third for a lot of this race. Here at Homestead-Miami Speedway, Frank Edwards in the 78 car runs in fourth, Caitlin Lohr in fifth. It looks like it's Billy Ray Thompson in the 3 car in sixth, and it's a 3-wide mess for 7th, 8th, and 9th. And it looks like McMurder made contact with the outside wall coming out of turn 4. That's going to allow Caleb Lopez to get around him on the outside. Put the 95 up into second place, put the 84 back to third as they all try to run down Jordan Green. Frank Edwards drawing a bead now on McMurder, and that would be a battle for third. Frank in the 78 looking real strong in today's race. Oh! And that might have been that was another connection issue involving the 95. His car was physical, so McMurder made contact, and this slowed down the 84 and allowed Edwards in the 78 to slingshot past on the outside to take third. Pardon me. Caitlin Lohr in the 48 still running in fifth. Michael Shoemaker in the 56 running in sixth. Billy Ray Thompson scored in seventh. RJ Haywood scored in eighth, 1 lap down. Getting a report that Aaron Manfredonia in the 5 car has spun a few laps ago. 1 car incident, and within the first 5 laps after the restart, so there was no caution called, and he is still driving that 5 car on the track, running in 9th. And whoa, looked like Frank Edwards in the 78 hit the wall pretty hard coming out of turn 2. McMurder was unable to get around him, but that certainly had to have given some damage to the 78, and he's scraping the wall again, this time coming out of turn 4, and nudged it again going into turn 1. Frank looking for every ounce of speed, every inch of racetrack that he can find to try to run down the race leader Jordan Green. Looks like Caleb Lopez is starting to reel in the race leader up there. Not by much, but he's certainly starting to cut into that gap just a little bit. And the 95 has certainly stretched a nice gap, a healthy one over the 78 and the 84. Frank and Tyler currently running in 3rd and 4th. Caitlin Lohr looks like she really likes running the high line, especially through turn 1 and 2. She likes to get close up to the outside wall, and she's found something up there. She's currently running in 5th, looking for a top 5 finish. She's got a championship contender right behind her, though. That being Michael Shoemaker in the 56. Skipping ahead here. Trying to keep this as short as possible for everybody. It was an hour and a half race. Caitlin Lohr making a pass now on Tyler McMurder. That's a battle for the 4th position. And put Caitlin Lohr up to 4th, McMurder back to 5th, Michael Shoemaker in the 56 car, running in 6th. He's not out of this thing. And you never know if we're going to see a caution or when. So things could really get spiced up here in a hurry. Looked like there was a car exiting pit road. It was Caleb Lopez in the 95 car. We're also getting a report Jordan Green has been on and off pit road. So now your race leader is Caitlin Lohr in the 48 car, unless she came down pit road, and she didn't. So she is your race leader. McMurder in 2nd in the 84. And if Michael Shoemaker in the 56 stayed on the racetrack, he's currently scored in 3rd. A lot of different pit strategies involved here. And there's Caleb Lopez in the 95 with fresh Goodyear Eagles going around the outside of McMurder in the 84. Again, it's not a battle for position. And now McMurder coming down pit road. And just a reminder, if it looks a little, if the drivers look like they're going a little fast entering the pits, it's because there are no black flags, no penalties for speeding on pit road. The NASCAR 15 Victory Edition has a strong issue with black flags for some reason. If a driver gets themselves a black flag for anything, several drivers all get disconnected from the race lobby. And it completely extinguishes any chance we have of having a legitimate race here in the NOSSCAR eSport racing community. So it is free to fly down at your will. You can do Mach 1 entering pit road. McMurder exits pit road now. Back on the racing surface, battling with Caitlin Lohr in the 48. Jordan Green reassumes the race lead. A lot of pit strategy going on right now. It's Jordan Green in 1st, Caleb Lopez in 2nd. Frank Edwards in the 78 car in 3rd. Caitlin Lohr in the 48 in 4th, and Tyler McMurder in the 84, rounding out the top 5. Michael Shoemaker in the 56, running in 6th. Billy Ray Thompson in the 3 car, running in 7th, RJ Haywood in 8th, Aaron Manfredonia in 9th, and One-Eyed Rat is running 10th. However, he is off the racetrack at this time, and he will finish in the 10th position. It's been a crazy playoff run in the NOSSCAR Milner Cup Series, especially in the round of 8. Jordan Green won at Phoenix. Michael Shoemaker pulled off a huge upset win, his first win in the NOSSCAR Milner Cup Series. That was at Talladega. And Atlanta last week, Caleb Lopez picked up the win, spoiling the party for the playoff drivers. And now here we are at Homestead-Miami Speedway, looking to crown a 2018 NOSSCAR Milner Cup Series champion. Getting a report that Jordan Green has already been on and off pit road. McMurder has passed Caitlin Lohr for position there. I believe that was going to be for 3rd. And now put McMurder in the 84 car in the race lead once he goes by pit road this time by, because Jordan Green in that bright orange car is on pit road getting service. Skipping ahead a handful of laps here. Still some debris when you exit turn 4, closer to the inside. McMurder has not made a green flag pit stop yet, so he is still your race leader. And I think I know what he's trying to do. I think he's trying to stretch it as long as he possibly can, so he can perhaps make one fewer pit stop than his competitors. And it pretty well is the only way he's going to have any sort of shot at winning the championship today, because Jordan Green in that number 6 car has just been way too strong. Jordan Green was the favorite coming into this event, and he is still the favorite to win this championship to this very lap. At this point for Michael Shoemaker rear, he needs a timely caution in order to get back into the game here. He needs McMurder to make his pit stop, and then he needs a caution to come out after he unlaps himself, and then he can be right back in the hunt for this championship. Pit strategy is being played well for the time being for the driver of the 84, 6-time NOSSCAR champion. And he's won championships with pit strategy before. Here he is on pit road. And now if all goes right, this will be the final pit stop for the 84 team. And several of the other drivers are going to have to make another green flag pit stop before the end. Those drivers include Caleb Lopez in the 95, but most importantly it includes Jordan Green in the number 6. Frank Edwards and Billy Ray Thompson will also need to make another green flag pit stop. So now if you're Tyler McMurder, or if you're a fan of his in any sort of way, you need to hope that this race goes green to the finish. Because if a caution comes out, then all of this hope for a championship that Tyler McMurder has goes away. If a caution comes out, it completely goes back into Jordan Green's hands. He is now currently scored your race leader now that McMurder has made a green flag pit stop. Caleb Lopez currently scored in 2nd. Billy Ray Thompson currently scored in 3rd. And Frank Edwards in 4th. Caitlin Lohr running in 5th, but McMurder is coming up behind her right now, and that'll be a battle for the 5th position. Looked like McMurder got a little loose there. And there he goes around the 48. So put the 84 in 5th, put the 48 back to 6th. They're all chasing Jordan Green here at Homestead-Miami Speedway. It's the 2018 NOSSCAR Milner Cup Series Championship. Hosted on NASCAR 15 Victory Edition on the PlayStation 3 console. For more information, go to www.noscar.com. Learn more about how to sign up for free and compete for trophies. I saw RJ Haywood a little bit there, but that was behind Caitlin Lohr. He's currently scored in the 8th position, 2 laps down. Just hoping this thing runs green to the end, because he knows that a couple more of the leaders need to make pit stops, and they're not too far in front of that 88 machine. And he might be able to grab a couple of positions before the end of this thing. McMurder closing in on Frank Edwards in the 78 car. That is going to be a battle for position. It'll be a battle for the 4th and 5th positions. Remember, Jordan Green, Caleb Lopez, Billy Ray Thompson, Frank Edwards, they are your top 4, but they all need to hit pit road one more time. There goes one car to pit road. It was Frank Edwards in the 78. And Jordan Green is on pit road. We saw his orange car on the pit road. And now it's going to get interesting. Jordan Green making his final pit stop of the race. Around comes Tyler McMurder in the 84. And you saw Jordan Green leaving pit road a moment ago. So now put Tyler in the 84 in the lead. With about 11 or 12 laps remaining here in the 2018 Milner Cup Series Championship race. And McMurder goes up and hits the wall in turn 3, gets all sorts of sideways, and he saves it. And that orange car is coming, and that's Jordan Green. You saw him there. And that's the race for the championship, folks. The blue 84 that we're watching, and the orange car off in the distance. Not the car immediately behind him there, but the orange one, the brighter one, behind that one. Caitlin Lohr is the meat in the sandwich here. Oh, and they're close together. See, Jordan Green is coming. Caitlin Lohr's on fresh tires. Oh! And some contact was made. Oh, and Jordan Green got real loose there coming out of turn 2. He went down and nearly through the grass and back up on the racetrack. I'm not sure if contact was made or not, but it certainly looked like Caitlin Lohr was racing hard for position there. Wow. And that might be the turning point for this championship. There's Jordan Green there, the orange car running the high line, trying to make up some time on Tyler McMurder in the 84. McMurder looking for his 7th NOSSCAR Esport Racing Championship and his 2nd in a row here in the NOSSCAR Milner Cup Series. He is the 2017 Milner Cup champion. Looking to do it again here in 2018. And if he does, we'll be certain he'll be back for 2019. Jordan Green is making up time, but does he have enough time? Fast forwarding ahead, and he's catching them, as you can see. That's Jordan Green right there, coming up on Caitlin Lohr. Now, if Jordan can get around the 48, he might be able to reel in the 84. Cars so aerodynamically sensitive, when they get close to another car, they immediately begin handling a completely different way. Looked like Caitlin Lohr went down to the inside to give the lane to Jordan Green, and Jordan didn't have the run coming out of turn 4 to do it. Not many laps left now, folks. Under 5 laps to go, and that's what Tyler McMurder wanted, because of the rule here in Milner Cup, and in fact for all NOSSCAR sanctioned leagues on the NASCAR 15 Victory Edition game. There are no cautions called for the final 5 laps of the race. So that's exactly where he needed to be. It's kind of like a safety net if you're the race leader. If you get to 5 to go, just hold on to it and keep the car pointed in the right direction, and you might have it. Jordan Green gets around Caitlin Lohr. Now does he have enough time to run down the race leader? There's the gap. Looks to me it's about a 3-second gap. 2 laps to go here at Homestead-Miami Speedway. And we might be looking at a 7-time NOSSCAR eSport Racing champion. And again, like I mentioned earlier, a 2-time Milner Cup Series champion, back-to-back years. For more information about NOSSCAR eSport Racing, head over to www.nosscar.com. White flag is in the air here at Homestead-Miami Speedway, and it doesn't look like Jordan Green is going to get there. McMurder rounds 1 and 2. Smooth for the final time. Got one more corner, and Jordan Green looked like he made some contact with the outside wall, trying to give it everything he's got, but he's going to run out of time. Jordan Green dominated this race, and he came in as the favorite, but it's Tyler McMurder that wins the NOSSCAR Milner Cup Series Championship, 2018 champion. Jordan Green finishes in 2nd, Caleb Lopez 3rd, Billy Ray Thompson in 4th, Frank Edwards in 5th, Michael Shoemaker rear, the other championship contender, finishes in 6th, Caitlin Lohr 7th, RJ Haywood 8th, Aaron Manfredonia 9th, and One Eye Brat rounds out the top 10. Wow. See, now if Tyler McMurder in the 84 did not execute this pit strategy, he would not have won the championship. Hats off to him. Hats off to his entire crew. Tyler McMurder from Canada becomes a 7-time NOSSCAR eSport Racing champion and a 2-time, back-to-back NOSSCAR Milner Cup Series champion here on NASCAR 15 Victory Edition on the PlayStation 3 console. From all of us here at NOSSCAR, so long everybody. Catch our 8th season of the NOSSCAR X2 Series beginning very soon, as well as our NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series on NASCAR Heat 3 beginning this Friday. And that's going to be a real doozy. So long, guys. NOSSCAR.com for more information.